the playoffs?
Yeah, it was an interesting game. I mean, those aren't easy games to play, and give St. Louis credit. They didn't mail it in. They showed up and played hard, and Bennington was outstanding, and, they made us earn it. So I'm glad it's that kind of game, not a blowout or an easy one. I think you want to play competitive games down the stretch going into the playoffs, and we've had a bunch of them.
When you clinch the first point, can you breathe a little bit? Are you thinking about it like that?
When we, for sure, yeah. I mean, at that point, we wanted to win the game. I think we wanted to win the game, one, because the crowd tonight, I thought, the building was electric. Last game of the season, this crowd has supported us all year. You want to finish and give them a win, and I think our guys wanted to make sure that happened. But for sure, once we knew we had the point and the conference clinched, you can relax a little bit. But I think it was important to our group to win the last game. I think we wanted to earn it, and we did that all year. And it's a lot of points, 113 points.
Jake, obviously,
Yeah.
had a great game. It's silly, but even that shootout,
Yeah.
you can see in the playoffs, but a great boost of confidence.
Yeah. He looks confident. He looks like he's back, not overthinking things, just reacting. I mean, the two empty net saves were unbelievable. And with our group, the way we play, if he can play that way and make a couple huge saves a night when we do have breakdowns, because we don't have a lot of them, we're going to be really tough to beat. And it wasn't just tonight. He's been building his game for a while here now. It's pretty good.
What does
Speaking
it mean
of building, go ahead.
What does it mean for a team that went to the conference finals to come back and get the top seed?
Yeah.
That home ice out of the equation.
Yeah. Well, it's just a testament to our leadership and character. And it's a great point by you. A lot of times when you go on a deep run and don't win, there's a hangover the next year. You're emotionally spent at the end of the year. It's really hard to get going again. And I didn't sense that with our group. I thought right from training camp, we had a quick start to the season, got off on the right foot, handled adversity throughout the year really well when it hit. Didn't have any really extended losing streaks, found a way to win games and keep the losing streaks really short, get right back on track again. So that's a testament to the leadership in our room.
You mentioned Jake's game building. He talked extensively about just how challenging it's been with people around him, getting him and his confidence back up to this point. Maybe I didn't realize that to that extent. Can you speak to about what he's done to get his game to this point?
Yeah, I think, with all elite athletes, but I think particularly with goal scorers and goalies, it's a huge confidence position. It's a reason goal scorers are so streaky, and I think goaltending has a part of that too, where it's a big confidence position. When you're feeling good about your game, you're seeing pucks are hitting you, you're getting those posts or those empty net saves at the right time, and when they're not, it's not, and I think goal scorers, it's the same thing. So, it's probably the first really big adversity he's faced in his pro career as a starter, and I think those kind of things harden you and battle scar you, and I think that's great. It won't be the last time he'll go through something like that, but he'll be better for it, and I'm glad he's out of it and not looking like himself again. But he had to work for that. There was a lot of work put into that.
I think you were 12-9 in shootouts and overtime. How important was that?
Yeah, well, I mean, we know it's been an issue before. I thought, it was something the guys worked at, and again, I thought we came out and, especially early in the season, fixed it. Really had some detail to our game in overtime, and so, Yeah, good on our group. I'm just proud of our group. I think, you know, it's a long season. The NHL season's a long season, and you know, you get to the end, and now you get the fun part. So we're excited to get started.
To that point, how long do you guys kind of take to acknowledge what you've been through and what you've accomplished this season?
Yeah.
You shift over into playoff mode.
Yeah. What time is it now? Probably about 8 hours. You know, we'll give the guys tomorrow off, the players, but you know, as a coaching staff, we've got to start preparing tomorrow for a couple teams, depending on the scenario. Right, it'll be Vegas or LA. It looks like. So we've got to have preparations for both those teams, and then we still don't know when we'll start, whether that's Sunday or Monday. Or another day. So there's still a lot of things up in the air. So unfortunately, we won't get to enjoy it for very long.
Is that hard, not knowing till about midnight tomorrow who you?
Yeah, it's not easy. You know, I think, but it is what it is, and that's, you know, what I love about the NHL is just the parity of the league and the battles down the stretch to get in, and the, you know, there was some great games in the last 2 weeks, and there's a reason the first round of the NHL playoffs are, you know, some people call it the best 2 weeks in sports. You know, it's an absolute gauntlet of good teams and great hockey. So, you know, we've got to be prepared.
In overtime, which one would you say was better for you?
I'd say the first one because that was more skill involved. Just got lucky in overtime, and you know that's why they tell you to never give up on the puck. So just got lucky.
What did you think your hang time was on that first?
I haven't looked yet. Some guys were chirping me pretty good, so I thought he was a righty, so I thought it was going to come a little quicker. So maybe I sold it a little bit, but yeah.
How does it feel to win the West for you guys this year?
Yeah, it's great. You know, we want to have home ice as much as we can, and you know, we're going to do that unless we play New York in the final. So it's pretty exciting, and you got to give yourself the best chance to get all the opportunities to play as many home games as you can, and took care of business, and now the real fun starts.
The run you've been on, you've got to feel pretty good about where your game is going in the playoffs. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, it's been a tough year, like at some points, and learned a lot about myself and the people around me that are there for me, and you know, my goalie coach Jeff Reese, other goalie coaches that I have that, you know, believe in me wholeheartedly, and they help me through those tough times, and you know, I think the people close to me believe that I could turn my game around and get it to where it is now, and you know, I'm just proud of how I finished the season, and I'm thankful for the people that really believe that I could get here when, you know, some people didn't think I, you know, was going to. So just proud of myself and my team around me, and I feel good about my game right now.
How important is it to have that confidence in your game as you head to the playoffs?
Yeah, that's everything. You know, there's a ton of great goalies, great players, you know, in this league, obviously, and that's what it all comes down to. I feel like at the end of the day is the guys that have confidence in themselves when no one else does, and the guys that can bounce back, you know, when it's not their best showing. In playoffs, I mean, it's one game. You know, you could lose 10-0 and it doesn't matter the next night. So it's all about, you know, forgive and forget, and, you know, one game at a time. And I learned a lot last year and the year before, and I feel like I'm ready for this run.
It's a game like this good for you guys getting ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we're going to be in that situation a lot. Hopefully, you know, Binner was obviously great, and, you know, we're going to play great goalies along the way in the playoffs. So going to be low scoring, tight games, and they gave us a great game and made us earn that the point we needed.
The internet was going crazy with that goal, and Air Otter was one of the nicknames that was out there. So
Yeah, love that. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get some stuff from people that think it's pretty funny. So I'm looking forward to seeing those.
What do you think the ups and downs of last year's playoffs taught you?
Yeah, I think like I said, just you know, I'm gonna have probably a bad game or two in this playoffs, and just being ready for that. Obviously, you don't want that, but you know how long it is, and you know, it's just one game at a time. Like I said, you have an off night, you know, that's the great thing about playoffs. You play every other night, and you just short memory, whether it's going great for us or not. You know, we were down 3-0, and we clawed back and made it a series. I think that shows us both ways, like whether we're down or we're up, we're never out of it. The teams we're playing are never out of it, and you know, it's just a confident group with great leadership, and just looking forward to get her going.
You had so much success so quickly in your career in the NHL, and then you were talking about the down. Does it make it sweeter now? I mean, that you went through the hard times and you know the grind that it took to get back to where you are right now?
Yeah, for sure. I think only myself and the people that are close to me know, you know, what I went through and the stuff I've been through, and yeah, I mean, it's not always what it looks like on the outside, and it's not the easiest job in the world either. So obviously I'm very privileged, and many people would kill to be where I am, but it's not the easiest job in the world, and without the people around me and my friends and family and, you know, the people that love me, you know, wouldn't have been able to get my game back on track.
Are you looking at your numbers?
Well, I was just checking it out.
So how does it feel to win the West?
I mean, it feels like we did what we had to do. And I mean, it's definitely an accomplishment we should be proud of, but I mean, it's not going to be any easy team, whoever you play in the playoffs. So we're just happy we gave ourselves home ice round one, and gave us a good chance in the playoffs.
Was this the kind of game you kind of needed? It was a battle.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had a lot of scoring chances. I mean, that's what's going to happen in the playoffs. You know, you're going to trade chances. You know, I think their goalie played extremely well. You're going to run in a hot goalie in the playoffs. So I think our goal that we did score was kind of an example of what you're going to have to do in order to score on a hot goalie and a really hard defensive team. So, yeah, we can all learn from that.
How important is it this time of year to get those tests right before the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, you don't, every team finishing it out. I mean, you know, St. Louis is a hard-nosed team. They play a lot of pride, so they're going to play hard and try to get it done. So it was a good test for us, kind of getting us ready for the playoffs. But we all know it's a whole different animal, and I mean, we have to be prepared for that.
The shootout goal, was it, the creativity was pretty sweet. I mean, was that something you had in mind, or did it just kind of happen that way? Take us through what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that, I mean, we got the point that we needed to in overtime, take to overtime. So, I mean, the shootout, I was trying to do something crazy, and I mean, just thought about it.
And it worked.
Yeah, we did. But, I mean, I don't know, I'm just having fun out there.
How important is it to be better in shootouts and overtime than you were last year?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's I mean, the difference, I mean, you see that, I mean, for us, getting the first place in the West, but you see it in, I mean, even in the East, you know, that wild card race is so tight that 1 point separates it, and I kind of know that firsthand from a couple of years ago when we struggled and could have used those extra points. So, I mean, it's tough. We're trying to work on. I think I don't know what our record was this year in overtime shootouts, but I mean, if you can keep it 500 at least, I mean, you put yourself in a good position.
What
Jake
do you
had,
feel like last year's playoff experience meant for you, just in terms of the difficulty and the challenges?
Yeah, I think just sticking with it, having your teammates to fall back on, knowing that just trusting the systems, trusting your teammates, keep working. I know they're not going to be every game where we're going to score. You're going to get a lot of chances, a lot of looks. I mean, that's hockey, but what we can do is be good responsibly in the defensive zone, manage the puck, you know, set up our other lines up for success, and really just helping our team win however we can if we're not scoring.
Jake had some crazy saves tonight. How much confidence does that give you guys?
Yeah, I mean, really, Acrobat was pretty crazy. It's great to see that he has that mojo going to playoffs. Definitely uses that, and I mean, we're great. It's great that he's gonna feel good going to playoffs.
Goal? Yeah, rebound, and Daddy picked it up, walked up the wall, and gave it S, and a great shot, and you know, just kind of landed right in front of me. I just wanted to get back on net, so it's nice to win in.
Jason said that's the kind of goal that needed to get scored tonight. I mean, it's a gritty, hard-working goal and being in the right place at the right time.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the type of goals you're gonna have to score in playoffs too, in tight games. And you know, they're not all gonna be highlight reel goals. So you know, it's nice to get that one in, and you know, it was a great shot by us.
All season long, you guys have talked about the confidence you have in yourselves to come back in games. Has that just kind of been the work in progress throughout the season to get you to this point where you go into the playoffs and you have great confidence in your team?
Yeah, I think you know, we always have confidence. It's a little bit of a swagger thing too. I think we know when we play our game and everyone's, you know, chipping in and playing their role. I think it's, you know, we're a hard team to beat. That's why we're where we are this year. So you know, it was nice to end off on that kind of note, and it's a good win.
How's it feel to win the West?
It's good. Feels great. Yeah, it's nice to have home advantage and spend a little bit more time at home, for sure.
When you look at this season as a whole for yourself, Pete had said earlier in the year that he had high expectations for you, especially after last year. How do you feel about how this year has gone for you?
I thought it was good. You know, obviously there's going to be ups and downs in the season, and you know, I thought for the most part I handled the waves pretty good, and you know, we've been our line was, you know, one of the best in the league for quite a while, and you know, we really worked for each other, and we're going to be looking to do a lot of the same things in playoffs.
Jake obviously had some ups and downs this year, but the stretch,
Sorry?
Jake had some ups and downs this year, but the stretch that he's on right now, how much confidence that give you guys going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think he had really ups and downs. You know, sometimes the goals, you know, bounces they just go in, right? So, you know, some of the goals that were getting scored on him, maybe when you think he was slumping were, you know, supposed to go in, they were kind of, you know, tough to save. So, but obviously he's our brick wall back there. He's our stud. So, you know, we're gonna need him come playoffs.